Okay, well, thank you all for being here. I really do appreciate it. Today we'll be talking about reducing the use of technology during social interactions, specifically cell phones and video games. So to start off today, I am going to share with you an e-card that I found online that says, sorry your cell phone battery died and you had to talk to your friends you were with. Who here has kind of had that experience where they're with a group of friends, but they kind of find themselves using their phone the whole time, or you know, texting and looking at their Snapchat and kind of sending each other messages. I think we've all kind of been there. But today is kind of a topic of reducing that and spending time with those that we're actually with in person and improving relationships. So I guess my thought process has been, what's the point of being together if we're not going to be mentally with the people that we're with physically? There's not really a point in my mind. I have a little story I want to share with you about video games. A few semesters ago, and kind of during my college career, I've had roommates that play video games. Don't get me wrong, I love video games myself. I play them sometimes here and there, but I have had roommates where they play a lot. And it gets to the point where I really am not able to socialize with them. And maybe I'm just not interested in playing what they play, but it just gets to a point where it affects my relationships with them. And so I've had to kind of have a sit down with them and say, hey, your video games are affecting my relationship with you. I'm not able to communicate with you and build a healthy, strong relationship with you as a roommate or as a friend. One thing we can do to improve our personal relationships is by reducing our video game use, or at least when those people are around us that we want to socialize with, kind of reducing that use of our video game consoles. As you can see, we have one right here, a PlayStation 3. It's played in my apartment right now, and that's great. But sometimes I kind of wish I kind of slide off the table and break. So the next part is about couples who text together, don't stay together. I currently have a roommate named Riley who started dating a girl. She's very nice. But one day I observed them on the couch, and they were sitting next to each other, and they were here together, but they were both on their phones, and they were both texting. And I would doubt that they were texting each other, but they were talking to other people. And they haven't been dating for very long, but I thought, how is their relationship going to progress and grow stronger if they are not mentally with each other when they're together physically? It just caused me to kind of reflect on that. There is a study that was conducted by Lori Shade and Jonathan Sandberg at BYU, and it was interesting because it said that too much texting can disconnect couples. In my experience, when I have been in a relationship with somebody, maybe I'll text her at night and say, hey, good night, or hey, how are you doing today? But it was really important for me to be able to build that relationship with them, and not only have a relationship with them through text or through sending pictures to each other, but to spend quality time together. Now my roommate, I'm sure him and his girlfriend do a lot of things together, but the point is that they shouldn't be doing that all the time. They should be talking to each other in person. They should be doing things together that are active and that are fun. The study also said that texting prevents individuals from viewing vital emotions. I don't know how many of you have texted someone and you've been in a situation where you weren't sure if they were kidding or not, or if you were in a crucial conversation and you were trying to resolve an issue, but you were doing it over a text message. I know I've been in that situation. I've even been in a situation where I choose not to respond because it's easy. Because it's easy to just ignore the situation. if I had been in person with that individual that I was talking to, I couldn't just ignore the situation, could I? Take a minute and kind of think, how have I been in that situation? How have you maybe not been able to communicate effectively because of technology? The study also used 276 adults that were in relationships to conduct the study. 82% of them text between each other, whether it's during the day, hey, how are you, or general things like that. But the study showed that there was a decreased quality of relationships due to the technology that they were using. To fix this problem with technology in our homes or in our apartments, some people have thought of having a cell phone basket at their front door. It says, be with the friends who are here. So when you walk in, you put your phone in the basket and you don't use it. I think that would be interesting. I think it would drive me nuts because I'd hear a ding and, say I have an email and I'd want to look at it. But what about those people that are sitting right next to me that have taken the time out of their day to be with me? I don't want to just ignore them. Another idea that I saw on Pinterest is that people have made photos like this that they can print off. It's like a free printable. And these can be printed and used at events. This one I think in this case was a printable for a young women and young men's activity, especially the younger generation. They use a lot of cell phones. And so this is a printable that someone used. This photo actually is a photo, and you're actually in it. Natalia, you're here in the audience, and you're in this photo. And this was from one of our game nights that we had. And it was a lot of fun. We had multiple ones of that. And I don't remember us ever using technology, our cell phones, or even playing video games when we socialized and had fun and played board games or whatever it was. We used a camera to take a photo, but it was fun. And this is just an example of, you can see on these people's faces they were having fun. They were messing around, they were having relationships. There was physical contact. And so I know that because we didn't use technology, we didn't let that get in the way, our relationships were stronger. And so I guess the takeaway from this presentation today is that cell phones and video games aren't bad. They're great. Technology is a blessing. It's an advancement in our lives that help us. However, it can be a problem when technology is used in the wrong way, when it prevents healthy relationships from forming. So I guess the challenge I have for each of you in the audience today is to choose one form of technology and not use it for 1 week. Now I don't think we could not use our cell phones, but maybe it could be a certain app that we don't use on our phone, or something that will kind of reduce the amount that we use our cell phones, or maybe if we don't play a video game for a week. Whatever it may be, that's my challenge. So I want to thank all of you for being here today. Thank you.